fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 31 of The Best Plus Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and today's topic is dollars to dinner. We're going to make you a nice, somewhat healthier chicken pasta bake, but before we get started, I want to thank you all for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, share, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and please pass them on to anyone you think that they can help. And with that being said, I have a special guest for you today. Just a wee bit of a surprise. They're going to bring in our positive word of the day, and we're also going to be able to update you on our seedlings that we planted. So, special guest, come on in. Ta-da! I've got Peyton with me today. Woohoo! She had the week off in between the end of her semester and the start of her May term.
Yes, term.
May term is what they call it. So we brought her home, and we've been doing all kinds of fun stuff. And I thought I'd incorporate her into the show today because
it makes her life easier.
Hopefully. So far, it's been working out just dandy. Okay, so Peyton picked the positive word of the day. So want to tell us why?
Because I wish I was rich.
No, that's not why. Why did you pick it?
Because food is rich. It's fulfilling, plentiful, and abundant.
And you can make healthier versions of that taste just as rich, fulfilling, healthy, and abundant. So that's our positive word. She's going to move that out of the way so it doesn't conquer in the head. And I'm going to show you our seedlings. We have pretty much a little bit of everything. We do have a row here that's just, I don't know if it's being foreshadowed by the Brussels sprouts. Oh no, those are the Brussels sprouts. I don't know. The Brussels sprouts, the bok choy, and the turnips all look the same. Even though I know for a fact I put different seeds in each hole. So what do you do about that? We have a little bit of the lettuces coming through. Watermelon, onion, what is that? Carrot. We have carrot, cilantro.
Everything.
The only thing I don't think we have is rosemary, and that might be blocked by the stuff. So the issue we're going to have now is whether I should plant them inside or outside. So maybe I can get you guys' opinions on that in the comments down below. Say inside, you can do it like this, or maybe outside. I live in a colder region, so I'm not quite sure I can plant yet, especially with the fact that we just had snow like last week. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to start our pasta bake, and we're already lying about what the show is called because I put 5 things or $5 worth of things at the dollar store into the recipe. Well, we kind of boo-booed.
Yeah, we only have 4.
We only got 4 things. I do not know why.
I don't either.
I know we had 5.
We had that can of chicken, but then you put it back.
Ah, that was it. But then we also said, we need to incorporate some things within our own fridge and freezer. Things that are about to expire or already expired, but still okay to use, like sour cream, Greek yogurt, cream cheese. Those things are okay. As long as they're not moldy, you can keep using them. So today I decided I wanted to make some sort of pasta baked. Ziti was Peyton's idea. But I wanted to make it healthier, so we're going to incorporate the Greek yogurt I have expiring today into our recipe. And what I did was, I wanted to find a recipe, I didn't have one, that we could use Greek yogurt in. So I went on Pinterest, and I put in pasta bakes that used Greek yogurt or something of that nature. And it came up with a baked penne with chicken, sausage, spinach, tomatoes, and Greek yogurt. Well, I don't have all that.
No.
So we're, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Faking out?
Making do.
Making do, substituting. So they wanted the box of whole wheat pasta, which I understand it's healthier, but the dollar store didn't have whole wheat pasta. So we're just using our fancy little rigatonis. They suggested penne. Rotini, whatever. It starts with an R. It's pasta. You know what I'm saying.
Should I put it in because the water's boiling?
Yeah, go ahead. Just make sure here you're going to want to oven mitt because that lid gets super duper hot.
Am I putting the whole thing in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a casserole type of thing. Yep, she's got the pasta there.
I'm
We got a
lighting.
13 by 9 inch glass baking dish on the oven over there with some spray so the baked cheese and stuff doesn't stick to the bottom or to the sides, which is a big pain in the ass. And then we also need grape or cherry tomatoes, which I do not have. So we're incorporating a can of diced tomato.
Yeah.
And fire roasted, so it's going to add a little bit of flavor. We're going to incorporate as much flavor along the way as possible to show you that healthy things can be flavorful and delicious. We actually could add a little bit of fresh parsley now that Dad went and got stuff for the bunny yesterday to add to our bake, to add a little bit of freshness, but that could be at the end. They also say garlic, minced garlic, 2 cloves, pasta sauce, Greek yogurt, milk, cheese, butter to cook the chicken in, I think, the chicken sausage, red pepper flake, garlic powder, salt, and pepper.
Am I leaving the lid on?
No, you take the lid off or it'll overflow.
Cool.
You can put it in the sink and set the oh, you did set the timer. Okay, so we got the pasta going. We're going to start making like the rest of the things. So once the pasta comes in, all we do is mix the crap together and it'll be delicious.
Yes.
So she's over there stirring. We preheated our oven to 375. We got this recipe, the initial recipe, I gotta give credit, from mommysavers.com on Pinterest.
Alright, what first?
Okay, so we're gonna boil the water. We're doing that. While the pasta's cooking, we're gonna melt 1 tablespoon of butter in a medium pan.
We did not plan that.
No, oopsies. Alright, so we had to organize some stuff. We got the butter / olive oil going in a pan. It says to use butter, margarine, or olive oil. I did a little bit of both. And then we also have about 10 ounces of chicken, maybe a little more. It's still frozen. I don't care. It's going to be easier to chop this way. You just slide it through. Ha ha ha. As it's laughing at me now. Never mind. The other thing I like to do is if it's frozen like this is just throw it in the pan and then chop it as I go along as it's cooking and defrosting. We also need like a spoon or a spatula or something.
Spatula.
Alright, I also didn't have the temperature high enough on the...
You told me to turn it down.
Did I? Yeah, that was my bad. I think we might need that. Oh, and the tomatoes. Can you open the can of tomatoes and get those drained for me?
Yep.
Perfect. Alright, so while this chicken is cooking, why don't you tell everybody how school's been going?
School has been good, doing well.
She's doing awesome. Don't let her fool you. It has been a little bit of a struggle, right?
Yeah. Isn't everything?
She's in a music I'm glad you have that outlook, truly. No, I'm serious. She's in a musical program, therapy program that's very intense, and she's got to sing a lot, and her voice just is not cooperating. So we're going to figure that out, right, babe?
Yep.
We just have to condition it. She's just not as conditioned as maybe some of the other people. She's a beautiful voice, and she just needs to work on it a little bit. But we'll get that taken care of, right?
Right.
Okay, we did not get the garlic in here yet, right?
No, we did not. Here are the tomatoes. They are drained.
Okay, so let me get the garlic in here
They
first.
smell yummy.
Right? They have a lot of flavor. Anytime you can add flavor, do it before the dish comes together, because then when it all comes together, it's way more delicious. So we're putting about 2 cloves of minced garlic in here. And you can use fresh, obviously that would be the better case, but I don't have fresh.
I'm going to open this as well. This is the can of sauce.
Which is going to take her a little bit, because we have a hand...
I'll show you guys my muscles.
hand can opener, like the olden days.
Oh.
That you can't even get out of the drawer. So I'm getting this chicken mixed with the garlic. We're going to add a little bit of garlic powder, red pepper flake. I want the chicken to get broke up a little more so that we can, get it spread out throughout the dish. We might even need a little more chicken. Are you having fun yet there, Kate?
So difficult.
Right? I think our can opener is on the fritz, and it isn't user error. I'm gonna add a little more chicken. I just feel like there's not quite enough for the amount of pasta we're using. Any leftovers are going to be great for this, obviously. We're not putting that in there. We're just putting the tomatoes.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just opening my can.
Okay. So, this is our tip because this is a Friday. And we usually order out food on Fridays because that's just how we roll. But we're making this dish on Friday to show you, and we're going to actually bake it and taste it for you. And then we're going to use it throughout the weekend because my husband / her dad has to take her back, and nobody's going to want to do any cooking. So we're going to put it in the fridge, and we're cut it up and microwave it as we want it. Oh, we did get garlic bread too.
We did. That's from the Dollar Tree.
That's from the Dollar Tree.
So there are 5 things.
Right? We did it. Woohoo! So it's just something good that you could pop into the microwave really quick and have a somewhat healthier meal in a couple of minutes without worrying about, oh my God, what am I going to make or what are we going to order? Okay, so Peyton, the next thing we want to do, what did you do for me last? The tomatoes.
Yeah.
So I need to get those in here, but I also want to break up the chicken a little bit. So can you hand me a knife first before I get this?
Which kind? Normal?
Yeah, that should be fine.
There's still a lot of juice in this.
That's okay. We probably need a little juice. Okay, it's still not ready yet. All right, but we're gonna pour the tomatoes in here. I think we're a little on the overly hot side. We're gonna turn that guy down. All right. So you also, the other benefit is.
Careful.
What do we do?
Your arm's right by the pot.
Oh. The other benefit is you have rotisserie chicken you can add to this. There's canned chicken that we used in our slow simmer Saturday recipe. That it's just good chunks of chicken that you can use for any recipe that are easily at hand and not frozen. So you can use that. You can use chicken tenders and make it more of a healthy meal. What else could you use? You could not use chicken. You can make it a vegetarian thing, right?
Yeah.
Our actual spaghetti sauce has Italian sausage in it as well. You can avoid that altogether if you want. How's it going?
Going good. I'm getting ready to dump the pasta out.
Okay, so you got a spot?
Yeah,
That
I
was
got
the
it.
one listed. All right, so I'm dumping the tomatoes in here. Probably more than they call for, but that's okay. I'm not going to save a half of a can of. It's going to mix well with the pasta sauce. And look at the chicken is starting to break up all on its own. You can't really see. I said see, but you can't see. See, it's actually, I did it again. It's actually breaking up on its own, and it's going to mix nicely with the tomatoes. We need the garlic powder now.
I'm trying to get the
Oh,
pasta.
you're right. My bad. I'm going to run and get, actually she got me the salt and pepper. So you need to salt and pepper your tomatoes. Maybe. You need help, girl?
No.
Alright. I'm going to use this pepper. Alright. Stirring that up. I'm going to add garlic powder.
No, you did not.
Okay. Alright, we're also using garlic powder and a little bit of red pepper flake. Be careful if you have somebody that doesn't like a lot of spice, like that gal back there. You want to take it easy on the red pepper flake, but I wouldn't omit it altogether unless you really have a sensitive mouth or maybe are allergic. You need a little bit of a kick. And yes, I know I added minced garlic, but in casseroles like this, I feel like you almost need the kind of cooked flavor you get from like just granulated garlic. So that is how we're rolling today. We're getting it all mixed together. It's good and warmed up. I'm not sure we need to do much more to this part of it. Maybe you're still pouring. Okay. I'm still trying to break up the chicken. We'll get that broken up. Don't go. Alright. Dump that in there. We're done with this.
Oh, that smells yummy.
It smells delicious. Oh, we're gonna add a little bit of a red pepper flake right now, but like I said, a shake, a shake, a shake, a shake, an extra shake.
That was a lot.
That was not. 4 flakes came out. Let's not be,
4.
yeah. Alright, what's the next step after we cook this in the saucepan?
Let me turn your tablet back on.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need my,
I know your passcode.
it's not anything big secret.
It is a big secret.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Right before the pasta is done cooking, place the color, whatever.
We did that.
When the chicken sausages are done browning, turn off the heat and remove from the pan. Place them on a cutting board and cut into bite-sized pieces.
Okay, we did that.
Take the remaining butter and garlic and scrape it into a large bowl.
Okay, I don't even know why, but that's okay.
Pour your pasta and stuff into a large bowl with the garlic. Basically, they just want you to mix it now.
Okay, so let's get out the measurements for the, because we're going to have to measure a cup of sauce. We're going to do a cup of the regular sauce, and we're going to do a little bit of the one that we bought from. We're going to mix those two together so that you come up with a cup.
Yes.
Okay?
So I'll do like 3/4 and a quarter.
Yeah.
Can I open this? I'm weak.
We're going to use more of this one than the one we got from the dollar store because that's more about the flavor than it is about what's in it, and this is more about what's in it than the flavor. I mean, it's flavorful, don't get me wrong. But, and then we're also going to use the croutons as something fun that they don't mention in the recipe, but we thought it would be kind of fun to put a crumble, I hate to call it a crumble, break up the croutons as a crunchy, like, little topping for our little bake here. So that's where that was going. So we can dump our chicken and our tomatoes in with the pasta, correct?
Yep.
Alright, take it
It's
easy.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, it's exactly a cup though.
We're perfect.
So I guess that's a win.
Win-win. Woohoo! Do we get any sausage in there? That's the question of the day.
I don't know.
Alright, so I'm gonna, oh my gosh, this
It'll be a
smells
secret.
amazing, you guys. This was so freaking easy. I can't even tell you. See how easy it is, Pate?
Yeah, crazy.
Alright, we probably could use a little more olive oil like they said, but I want to keep it on the lower side as far as fats go. It's not a big deal. It's not like we're using a ton of fat.
I'm putting these in the fridge.
Now don't put them in the fridge yet because we
Oh,
might
never
need to
mind.
add a little bit more liquid. I'm just saying, this might not be as rich in sauce as we as a family like. I don't know about most families, but I like the ratio of pasta to sauce to be, I don't know, pretty decent, right?
Right.
Okay. And then we need to see about the Greek yogurt.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
Alright, so I'm going to add this, and then you can use this same container to measure out your yogurt. It's 6 ounces. It was like 5.3, which is 1 container, or small container, of Greek yogurt when you buy it in the store.
Yeah. Cup of pasta sauce. I'm assuming a cup of milk and a cup of Greek yogurt.
No, it's 6 ounces of... It says,
Oh.
it doesn't say in the thing, sorry.
No.
It's 6 ounces of Greek yogurt, which you can measure out in here. And then it was, what was the other thing?
1/4 cup of fat-free milk.
Okay, we don't have fat-free milk. We use 2%. But it is getting more pasta saucy rich over here. But I would say maybe with the addition of the Greek yogurt and the milk, we'll get... I still want more tomatoiness. No. I'm going to sneak behind you. Oh, this way. Behind. And I'm going to add some more of the pasta sauce with the sausage and the... It's got green pepper. We just need a little more oomph for the amount of pasta we used, I think. We might have used more pasta than they said.
It smells like sour cream.
Doesn't it? And that's my point. With Greek yogurt, tons of protein. And you can substitute it for sour cream. If you drain it, you can substitute it for cream cheese. We're substituting it here for ricotta. You could probably substitute it if you added a little bit of sugar for mascarpone. I use it instead of mayonnaise for making ranch dressing sometimes. There's so many substitutions for Greek yogurt, it's ridiculous. What's the matter?
I got it underneath my fingernail.
Oh no, she got it underneath her fingernail. It's going to fall off now. You know what's nice about using this frozen chicken? It's just kind of broken apart and just made itself part of the meal without me having to cut any of it.
Okay, I think this should be enough.
I literally didn't cut any of it.
Literally.
Yep, and she knows I hate that word.
Yeah, I think that should be enough. I'm not sure.
It's about right. We'll see. We'll see how it mixes. And we still have some left, don't we?
Yep.
Darn it. I was hoping I was going to use the whole thing. And then the milk.
Yep, I'm working on it.
She's working on it. She's getting her 1/4 cup of milk. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. This is going to be so creamy. You know what? I've seen a recipe for it that she just loves, and we might make on an episode of Best Blessed Life. It's chicken Alfredo using Greek yogurt.
You don't like Alfredo?
Yeah, but I might like it if it didn't have all that gumminess.
Alright, well, it doesn't say 1/4 cup on here, but I'm just gonna eyeball.
Oh, yeah, probably just a little thin layer at the bottom.
Yeah.
We definitely need more tomato.
Okay.
It's not tomatoey enough. It's very creamy looking right now, and I would like the consistency to be a little more even ratio tomato to... And again, they added spinach. We could have added any amount of vegetables. Actually, I took out the black olives because I would like to add a few black olives too. I like the brininess of black olives. I'm probably going to use a spoon, actually. I like a...
Like a little spatula?
No, like something I can get the things out with. The olives out with without the sauce. Without the sauce.
Without the sauce.
The
olive sauce.
Oh my gosh, this smells so good, Peyton. You need to come over here.
It smells. I can smell from here.
You need to take a whiff, though.
Fine, I'll take it.
Come and smell. Come and smell with us. Can you smell it?
It smells yummy and it looks yummy.
Oh my god.
We're crushing it.
We are crushing it today. I cannot believe how good we're doing. How well we're doing.
Well, Superman does good, you do well.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I try to do good.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a good person. I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Of this show?
Yeah.
To make ourselves a little better.
Yeah. Should I crush these?
Let's not do the whole bag. I don't think. Maybe take like a Ziploc baggie full, and you can like get out your frustrations.
Oh.
By adding. These are just sliced olives I bought in a can, and I'm just trying to drain some out of here and add them to the sauce because the brininess will be just delicious, I think. And I tend to not add enough salt to things, so I feel like it's going to add a little bit. And it also didn't talk about Parmesan, but I mean, like, hello, like it's a pasta bake. You need Parm, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so delicious.
Is it?
How delicious is it?
Yeah, have you tasted it yet?
Not yet.
Is this enough or too much?
I think that should be okay. I mean, we're not trying to like cover it so much that you can't see that there's pasta under there, but alright, we're done with that. If I add any more, it'll be the whole thing, because I love olives so much. Alright, then we're going to stir this up. I think I want a little bit more tomato. She's getting out her frustrations, ladies and gentlemen. Don't mind her.
Ow.
Easy, girl.
Oh.
Alright.
We
added a little more tomato pasta sauce than I thought we would, which is okay, I think. Just make sure, especially it will not dry out, for sure. Right, Paige?
Yeah.
This is one saucy lady over here.
Hurts my hand. I'm just gonna hit it with a knife.
Alright. With a knife. Alright, you know what? I just used a whole jar.
Oh, nice.
I'm like, forget this, people. Every time I stirred it, it just kept coming up too not tomatoey. Oh my gosh. Alright, perfect. Have you ever seen those like pasta bakes made with like vodka?
The penne
Vodka. Yeah. This is what this reminds me of. Alright. You want to bring up, you're still beating the crap out of those things. Don't mind our very, very full sink. It's full of garbage and pots and pans and loveliness. Careful there, lady. You're getting too aggressive. Alright, so can you maybe scooch over just a smidge so I can pour this stuff in here and they can see what it looks like? Alright, so here we go. Look at that, guys.
Looks very yummy.
Oh, very yummy. I think our pan might not be big enough, if that's possible.
No.
Alright. Pour.
I did it. They're crushed.
Alright, and I did it without spilling anything.
Yeah!
Woohoo!
Go team.
Mama! Woohoo!
Take state.
Take state. You did it. Alright. Oh, this looks so good.
It looks
you
really
guys.
good.
So good. So quick and easy. What are we on here? How many minutes?
I don't know. I can't
25? 35?
I really can't read, so...
She can't read?
25.
She can't read.
I'm in college, guys. You can do it.
She can read. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add... Does it tell us to add the cheese before we start?
It said to put it in it, but I'd rather have it on top.
I do too, but I think we probably should mix a little bit. Alright, so...
A cup.
You want to shake some parm over top too? We don't have a lot of parm left. Good. That's actually plenty. Unless you think. You can always add more to your individual serving. Or to the top of this one. Alright, so it says a cup. You can intermingle it as you go.
We're being generous.
We're going to be generous on the top instead. I've been thinking about how people eat when they're on a diet and things and how they use a cheat day.
Yeah.
And I've always thought if you got to cheat a little bit every day,
wouldn't that be better?
Wouldn't that be easier and much more fun and kind of devious than thinking that you have to eat good all week to get to Friday to have a burger or your favorite dessert or something? If you make your desserts throughout the week, like a little bit not good for you, devilish even, like, wouldn't that be more fun than waiting for a day that comes and then you feel like crap the next day?
Yeah.
Junk food, man, I'm telling you. If you gotta cheat with something homemade.
My hand hurts from hitting
croutons. Yeah, they're pretty spiky, I can imagine.
A little bit.
It feels better. You're not putting yucky, icky bits in your body all day long, one day, and then suffering the whole weekend for it. It's just a little bit of fun during the week. And it's also portion control. Like, give your smell a smaller portion, right?
Yeah.
Add a big salad on the side. You think that's enough?
Yeah, I think it's good.
All right. Especially since we're going to mix it with our croutons. Give yourself a smaller portion. You'll be fulfilled. Lots of water. Lots of water. And, try and mix up your water a little bit too. Add
you
lemon.
Want to put that in at the beginning?
Oh, you don't?
Well, don't you? I don't want them burnt.
But I also feel like it might protect the cheese a little bit. All right, we're going to wait.
We'll figure it out.
We're going to wait. This is new because they don't have the topping on the recipe. You want to open the oven door?
Yep.
How long are we supposed to bake this for?
I have no idea.
Let's see what it says.
Yeah, drink
12 to 14
water.
minutes.
Oh, I guess you can put them on then.
Yeah, we can put them on. We want them to infuse the flavor a little bit before. Yeah, lots of water.
Yeah, my doctor told me yesterday to drink more water, and we both kind of laughed and said that I couldn't.
She already drinks over a gallon a day as it is.
I would drown.
Yeah, we don't want her drowning.
I would float away.
Yes, this doctor is very thorough. I love her to pieces, but there's some things that she does that I try to explain to her that I can't get through. And it's like, yeah, you don't understand how much water this girl drinks. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, I love
It's
water.
like, she loves water. So I said, let's start flavoring it a little bit, so at least you're going to get the sensation of having something flavored without drinking a pop or whatever. They're not crunching up as much as I wanted them.
Replenished.
Yeah. Without feeling like she's drenched.
Now I want water. I haven't had any yet.
Right? All right, so I probably would crush these up a little more.
Oh.
That's just me.
I crushed them so
She
much.
crushed it. She crushed it, didn't she? Oh my gosh, this thing's weighs like 800 pounds. So, 12 to 14 minutes. I swear that's what it said. That's how easy and quick this thing goes. It says brown for about 12 to 14 minutes.
I mean, it's already cooked.
Right? I mean, it really is already cooked. You're just melting the cheese. What else are you doing? Getting all those flavors buried together.
Marry 'em.
Marry 'em, baby.
And holy matrimony.
Right. Especially when you infuse garlic and things. I found now, like even if I buy a can of soup, like I add a little bit of garlic powder to it because it gives it that like, I don't know. I just made it at home flavor. When you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna wait for that. And
You
then
didn't set a timer, did you?
I did.
Oh.
We're at 10 minutes already.
I thought that was the time.
It could be at this point.
It is 10:38.
What? It didn't set the timer. I never hit start. All right. I was over here, I thought. I had good intentions. All right. So we're at 12 minutes now.
Yeah.
Thought it in my head. Might have even said it out loud. But I don't even think I walked over there. All right. This is what happens when you get old. So we're going to wait for 10 minutes. And then we're going to, I guess, come back and show you how it turned out, how it tasted.
Yeah.
The other thing you can do with this pasta bake is that you know you're not going to eat all of it, especially when she goes back. I'm back to being an empty nester with just me and my husband. We're not going to be able to eat this whole pasta thing. So I think I'm going to even portion it out. So like when he's alone or I'm by myself and I have to eat dinner, that I could just take one out of the freezer, pop it on a plate, and nuke it for 5 minutes. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. We got a little ways to wait, but we'll be back.
We'll see you in 11 minutes.
We'll see you in 11 minutes, because it's one more. Bye. So we're back. Our 12 to 14 minutes are up, and we're ready to take this bad boy out of the oven. Fingers crossed.
Look.
Fingers crossed.
Ooh, looks yummy.
Looks very yummy. Oh my gosh. Ta-da! This thing weighs like about 10 pounds. Keep in mind we used a whole pound of pasta in this dish.
Hefty.
You could actually reduce the amounts of everything, right?
Yeah, especially if you're making it for just like yourself.
Or 2 people.
Yeah.
So, and maybe even cut it in half and make 2 like aluminum foil pans worth of it and put it in the freezer before you bake it.
Smart.
And before you put the cheese on. So don't do any of the toppings. Just do the actual pasta part. Maybe cut it in half, or cut the recipe in half and do 2 little 8x8 tins of it. Put it in the freezer.
We did it.
Woo! All right, are you ready to try this?
It's gonna be hot.
I forget she has a baby mouth.
I cannot eat hot foods.
She cannot drink hot beverages. She cannot eat hot foods, and she's got to learn to drink hot beverages for her throat.
Yes.
And spicy. So anything temperature-wise hot or spicy hot, no bueno.
I
She can't do it.
I wish I could.
I don't understand why.
Scam.
Yeah. They want to renew my car warranty before it runs out. It's very urgent. Okay.
Yeah.
They've said this before. It's my last call. All right. So we think it's cooked enough, so I can turn that bad boy off. Are you ready? You gonna eat out of that end?
Yeah.
Well, you just take your stuff off the top. You gotta take a full bite.
I am gonna. Oh, there's a chicken.
Oh, she got a chicken, some olive, I see. All right, you're gonna have to blow on it, I think. And I don't know. Maybe I would cook it a little longer, just so that it's a little more. Although it's hot.
Maybe broil it a little.
Yeah, to get the cheese and the croutons a little like a crispy coating. Like, when you bake mac and cheese and you put that breading on the top. Sorry.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I would say use a little more salt.
Yeah.
But you can handle that with any parm you put on the top. I love the olive bits in there. There's a little bit of salty. What?
Going in for a second bite.
It's obviously good enough that she's going in for a second bite. Now keep in mind you're getting protein not just from the chicken. Oh, I got a little bit of kick from the red pepper. But you're also getting protein from the Greek yogurt. And we used something before it went bad. The other thing I would have made if we had made this is gotten an ice cube tray and frozen my Greek yogurt in ice cube shapes so that we could use it for smoothies. If you have fruit that's going bad, you could drop some fruit into your Greek yogurt, blend them up together, and then put it into like ice cube trays.
Yeah.
So that you already have your smoothie pretty much predetermined. You just add a frozen banana and some, I don't know what. This is really good, you guys. The one thing I would say, what thing do you think is missing?
Salt, yeah.
Salt, for sure.
Yeah.
I would say a little more pepper even.
Yeah. Maybe a little more tomato-ness?
Which is weird.
Yeah, because we added a lot.
We added a lot more than they said.
Yeah.
But
So I can't imagine what it would be like normally.
right. They also added another vegetable,
Yeah, spinach.
which in a sense would take up more of the liquid in your dish.
Mm-hmm.
So you would almost have to leave the tomatoes not drained, but they didn't use canned tomatoes. They used fresh.
Yeah.
So use what you can use. It turned out really well. It's really, really good.
Yep.
Again, we said it just needs a little salt and pepper, which I go easy on anyway because I feel like some people don't like it super salty or can't have things super salty because of their health concerns.
Yeah.
So salt and pepper to taste as you obviously taste it.
Yeah.
And then we're going to break it down into like smaller pans and put it in the freezer, or we're going to put some in the fridge too.
Yeah.
So thanks for helping out today, Peyton. She's a rock star.
Killed it.
We killed it. That I'm telling you, the thing is really creamy. Even with all the tomato sauce we put in there, the Greek yogurt, I probably even add a little more Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
Because you don't quite get the taste of the Greek yogurt. It's just the creaminess of it. You don't taste that. You would never know in a million years there was Greek yogurt in there. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it. We're wrapping it up. Woo-hoo. Another fun, easy dinner. Dollars to dinner. Along with stuff in your cabinets, in your fridge, and your freezer. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, everything.
Cabinets, fridge, and freezer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think there's only one thing left to do, and it's tell you to have a good day. Go do great things. Be your best self. And please live your best blessed life. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.